So where in the hell did we get the land when we weren't allowed to purchase the land? We weren't allowed to participate in banking, but we making sharecropping agreements, losing land to the financiers or the bankers of the sharecropping institution of mortgages. Where we get the land? Who gave us the land? Where did we buy it at? There's no record of us buying it. It's only a record of us always being on it. They can't say that your great-great-grandfather and all that land he had, they can't tell you where he got it, who he bought it from. There's no deed that preceded him. There's nobody who held the land longer than us without people knowing where we get the land from. You have to analyze what they're telling you. You can't be the largest heritable land recipients without having some kind of structure that proves that you are heritable on the land. What do they know they're not telling us? Look this stuff up. Look up the largest heirs property owners in America. It's us. Where did we get the land when nobody was allowed to sell it to us? And then when the paleface came, they was giving them large plots of land under the salvage and squatters' rights. And then they was giving them financial incentives to mechanize their farms and to hire hands to help. Now we getting hired because we lost it in the sharecropping agreement, probably, or not. They just wrote the paperwork and said it was theirs. This is the hardest thing for us to get through our head. But once we get this part, that the only way we can have as much heirs property as they claim, we have to be the original heirs on the land. And they have to be aware of this. Now remember, the other people was just ceremonial tribes. They was like, we hired them to perform certain rituals on the land that we don't want interrupted during the conflict. So we teach it to them using the 1-2-step method, the same way you teach the hustle, the same way you teach square dance. But once they get the dances down and they can perform them, they become a full ceremonial tribe. We are spirit brothers, according to the elders of the land. If they maintain our rituals, stop fighting them people. They ain't the ones that we supposed to be fighting. It's these niggas that look like us, that ain't us, that keep trying to convince us that we not from here when we been here. And we invited all of the people here that's supposed to be here that may not genetically be tied to the land as ceremonial support systems. You got to remember, it's 12 mitochondrial lines, 13 actually. The main line is what we call the Isis line. That's the 13th mitochondrial. All of the females' genome exists through that bloodline. Then you have what's known as the 12 daughters of Isis, often referred to in modern mysticism as the sisters of Eve or the daughters of Eve. This is because they don't want you to know the original earth tribes. All of us was melanated to one degree or another, but our melanin didn't take on the colors of the shades of brown because we was magnesium source metallic conversion, and now we iron based metallic conversion, and it rust is brown or orangish color. But the magnesium tarnishes and becomes shades of blue and green, right? So we don't remember that. That's why that racism shit works so well. A lot of them people was being turned blue, where you get your Smurf story
He
from,
came on here
in the
for multiple
Appalachian Mountains
shenanigans, and he's
with
been
the
really,
silver
really
water
gracious,
for
tolerating my unappropriateness. Okay.
you ain't been inappropriate. You've been politically correct the whole time.
Thank you.
It's just that the other people that keep telling us we politically incorrect is the ones that's politically incorrect because
Thank
they in the
you,
corrupt
Rod.
politics.
Let them know. Let them know. Okay, let me get the link. Hold on.
You catch me in rare form, I be slinging F-bombs like 90 going north.
I like that after 12. You know what I'm saying? After 12, you can just keep it real. You could fly on your vine to the trees and speak however you want. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna send it to the Zombies. Zombies, you're gonna have first dibs to talk to Rod tonight. I gotta give props to the people who support me the most. So let me let them come and speak to Rod Hayes. Okay. Zombies, you can access the link. Come on in, come and ask a question, share something with Rod, while we have him here graciously on a Tuesday. What is it, a Mars day? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, wait. Did you send me your Cash App? Did you send me that, Rod? Can you send me?
Yes, that's it
Okay.
too.
Okay. Okay. Let's wait until they check in. They'll come in. Mm. Hello. What? Zombies, are you there? Come on in. Come and ask Rod a question. Y'all got a cam up, y'all. If I could cam up and it's late at night, y'all could cam up. Okay, hold on. Do, 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 do. Hello. Are they not here? Oh, okay, they're taking too long, Rod. So I'm gonna have to throw it out to the YouTube peeps. Okay.
Okay.
Um, come on, Zombies. Check on in. I'm gonna have to hold on. Copy. Okay. Let me put it in the chat and then I'll pin it so they can come on in. Okay. And let me pin the message. Okay, you guys have it on YouTube. You can check on it, be appropriate. Yes, one question. Oh, there she goes. That's the saucy one, Rod. Just don't smile too much. Cutie pie. Look at her. Look at her goddess. Go ahead, Nikki. Don't scare him now, Nikki. Come on in. Hey, Nikki, you survived.
Hey, I can't. Camming up. As soon as you said that is when I logged in.
The picture's enough. He could hear that beautiful voice. Come on in, Nikki. What you gotta say?
Oh, I just enjoy both of you so very much. And I love how he tapped into our conversation last night.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm loving that. Camming up. As soon as you said that is when I
Oh,
logged.
you got your thing in the background. We can hear your background.
Nikki, I agree. It was just so simpatico. It was just on point, and I was just enjoying it and just listening to it, and just yeah, it was awesome. It
Good.
was we're in sync. It
It's
was like he was with us last night. It was like,
That's
yeah,
right. He's in there. He's like in the etheric realms, listening to our post insane conversations on our 72-hour Zooms. Oh, Rod,
yes,
we out of control. Like
Yeah,
pajama parties that last for like 3 days.
yeah. He got
the
to come join
best.
us for one. For one.
Esoteric, you join us, Rod. It's like an esoteric dream. Come on in, Zai's here. Oh, the Zoomies are coming in to talk to you, Rod. Okay, y'all. So ask some questions to Rod. Come on in. Anybody have a question, a comment? Hey, Zai.
Yeah. What's up, Fleur?
Hey, darling.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. Just outside with all the smart particle fog at the moment. I
Oh,
don't know if y'all can hear
you
me.
inhaling all those nanoparticulates? You feel good about it, don't you?
No, I don't. I feel horrible. All right, so
So come on in. Oh, I think I let the floodgate open. Hold on, y'all. Rod, hold on. I gotta close the doors. Hold on. Okay. Come on in. We're gonna leave the doors. I got everybody in. Look at True Seeker looking saucy too. Rod, you know what I'm saying? They all come. You got like a tribe going on. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. What you got to say, True Seeker? You looking cute.
Oh, thank you. You are so gracious. um, Rod, I am a Gullah Geechee from Charleston, South Carolina, and a mermaid, according to my sister Flurburn.
Tell him.
And so I just wanted to know if you could expound on the Gullah people a little, because it's so hard to find our history even living here. I know there ain't no slave ships here. And all the women here look like mermaids.
Tell
So
him. Tell him,
yeah.
True Seeker. You know what I'm saying?
So I
Well,
want to know what the connection is, and if you could just tell me a little bit more about my people, because it's so hard to find information that's real. We have a guy in Yosemite, South Carolina, that's trying to bring some truth to the community, but of course, he's having so many walls because everybody want to be African. So,
Oh.
but that's my question
so
for you.
first, I'm gonna refer you to the legendary Top Cat because he goes in depth.
Okay.
So you can look him up on YouTube.
I think I may know who you're talking about, but go ahead.
But the next thing I tell you is the foresight that the enemy was at the gate was a Gullah Geechee Big Mama.
Mm-hmm.
And she called on a spirit knock, all tribes on deck to Florida.
Okay.
Florida now is the finish line for the old chiefs. They had to cross back to the original battleground before they go back home.
Okay.
We end up fighting in the entirety of the South. We was the French in Western Florida and the Spanish in Eastern Florida. And she was the big mama that was greeting the chiefs and dispatching them to where they needed to go according to the skill set that they had. And her name has been erased out of history.
Mm.
But her signature is all over our tribal movements. I know from knowing our culture that the only person that could call the tribes, as far as the Tongan Islands, Hawaii, and Alaska, she had to be the highest ranked female on the land.
Mm-hmm.
And they would use a telepathic connection to call the other big mamas.
Mm.
This is what the war against the women over here was that became known as witch trials.
Mm.
They were teaching the immigrant women how to tap into the frequency of the mitochondria so that they can assimilate on the land. We
Mm-hmm.
always took people from all over the world. So when new people come, they get instructed by the big mamas.
Right.
Example is when the Irish came, they was settling in the Appalachia, they was prone to sunburn.
Mm-hmm.
And the big mama from the area gave them silver water to drink, but she told them it's going to change the color of your skin, and now they look like Smurfs.
Right.
Right? That's where the whole Smurf village concept came from.
Mm.
The Smurfs are known in Ireland as the leprechauns.
Mm-hmm. And they have
We don't,
green.
right. So we don't know that all of these stories is connected to the movement of the people on the land. So the big mama that called us, she was Gullah Geechee.
Mm.
And this is why they went hardest to erase y'all history.
Mm.
But y'all named after places on the land. And y'all do have an African connection, but that's not uncommon for East Coast tribes.
Right.
Right. And the royalty from over there would marry the royalty from over here pre-Columbian era for genetic diversity.
What is the Ibu people a part of that?
Um, I'm not exactly sure which groups from Africa,
Okay.
but I know we do have some people that's from the tribes over here that identify with that tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And they even have some um communities with a lot of the similar art from that same cultural background. But that's easily is explained when you realize if the daughters of one of the chiefs over there married a chief from over here, she would influence the culture.
Right.
So
So
that,
the Big Mama started here in the Gullah Geechee land on
Yeah.
Turtle Island.
She the one that's seen all the way into today.
And we over here controlling the weather over here in Charleston on this 33rd parallel.
that's right.
And
Tell them. Tell them.
yeah, if we don't want it to rain, we just say, go away, rain, and it's gone.
That's the magic that still exists.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, guys. Oh man. Thank you, Rod.
Thank you. Anybody else want to come and ask a question to Master?
Yeah, I got one.
Yes, come on in, Zaid.
Okay, so all right, my question. So we have, can I say this? I know a lot of the original tribes from different areas got wiped out, and they had they had to consolidate like for survival and join like other tribes.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I'm having a hard time trying to find out like how many original tribes there were on the land because I've heard different things, but like I'm not exactly sure. So can you kind of expound on that, Brian?
I know that there's at least 5,000 tribes across the land.
Okay.
And in those tribes got a lot of intermingling that made even secondary tribes under them.
Mm-hmm.
The confederations was groups of tribes in certain areas working together in harmony with their neighbor.
Right.
Right. So this is how we begin to form what they call super tribes. When the tribes are snuffed out and the history is erased, when we reconstitute, we're going to find some kind of name that tie us back to what took place on the land. And this is going to explain how your gangs is really the tribes reconstituting after our history's been erased.
Mm. Mm.
When you look
That's
up the
cool.
word gang, they know it means tribe.
Yeah. Yep.
Even in the language that they use with their hands, like if you look at like on the West Coast, a lot of that language is like literally the language of the Maya, the tribes that were on that coast that were using those figurative kind of language, the language they use with their hands. They call it,
Yeah. Yes. That's
Gotcha.
old tradition. That go all the way back to the beginning.
Mhm.
We've been using sign language longer than we've been talking.
Absolutely. And it was universal with a lot of tribes across certain regions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
Now
that.
look,
Yeah.
it coming from the Midwest, right? If I go to California, by color, I'm gonna be affiliated with Crips because growth and development's colors is blue.
Oh, okay.
But the Crips where they had to the left out west, and the folks where they had to the right in Midwest.
Wow.
Right. So when we looking at it, we looking at mirror images of our culture. We trying to remind each other who we are by being ourselves and clicking up with the ones that vibrate on our frequency. We just keep getting infiltrated.
Dang.
For that.
Man, talk that G talk, big dog. Man, you talking fast. Come on, dog.
Crazy.
I can hear me. Oh, my bad.
Yes, AJ. Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, though. Yeah, peace and love, man. You already know, Big Rod, man. Man, and the love of the goddess right here for sure. Yeah, this right here from LA. He talking real talk. We talk with the fingers and all that, and everything on the land. It is what it is. I
Absolutely.
would just got one question for you, Rod. Just I say you say in the next 5 to 7 years, how would you see the land as far as like the
Mm.
people? You don't really like do like theoreticals, like little stuff like that. But hypothetically speaking, I know it's a million and one eyes or whatever, but what would
Well,
you
I could
what
tell
would you
you
want?
based on the transition that's taking place, and I can estimate a most likely scenario.
Yes, God.
And I can tell you how I get to that. Now, I know that we have to change all lines of demarcation. Those are the lines that separate states, borderlines.
Mm.
They have to change. I know that. I know that when they change, it is going to probably be less than 50 states. They're going to be broke up into more or less territories,
Mm,
Mm.
right?
okay.
The Canadian border is an artificial land, and the QSIP number of Canada or the business number for Canada and the business number for America is the same number,
Mhm.
which ties to Trump killing the tariff because there should be no tariffs on something that's coming from home.
Mm,
Come on, dog.
Also, and part of the claim is the formerly Greenland.
right.
So this is why Trump was talking about purchasing Greenland because he know that's part of Turtle Island.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
oh,
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes,
wow.
sir.
So once Greenland being restored, he's taking back systematically everything they separated us by. He's undoing. So now they have to put in new lines, new measurements, right? And I see most of us, well, we gonna have a whole bunch of money in our pockets. And
Yes.
it ain't gonna be no fiat ghost currency.
Thanks.
Mm.
I know enough to know that they know who we all are, so we not gonna have to look for nothing. They responsible to give it back. They took it without our permission.